So, Captain Marvel. The movie was directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, and it starred Brie Larson alongside Samuel L. Jackson. One thing I do like about the movie is the action is pretty entertaining all the way through, although sometimes I wish there was a little more action, you know? I feel like the action that we got in the trailers were the good parts of the film, generally speaking. But I still wish we had more action, okay? And I wish we had more Captain Marvel doing her thing. But I will say that Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson, they play along together really well in the film, and I love seeing them two interact. But also at the same time, I feel like Brie Larson's acting is a little flat in Captain Marvel, and she's generally a great actress, so maybe it's on purpose. I think it's on purpose that she's a little flat in the movie. I think she's trying to not show as much emotion, so who knows? I just don't think it was the best direction for the film. Other than that though, I appreciate the plot twist that we get in the film, so it makes the film engaging and it makes you want to see how this movie ends, so that's good. Also, the villain in the film is really interesting, and I think Marvel is starting to do a better job with their villains and making them more interesting and more of a threat and more complex. So good job, Marvel. I applaud you for that. Another cool part was the cat. The cat in the film is one of my favorite parts. The way the cat interacts with the characters is really cool too, so be on the lookout for the cat in the film. So the ending was also pretty cool. I like how it ends. It was entertaining, it had some good action in it, but I still feel like right now, my attention is on Avengers. This movie to me just felt like it was not placed at the right time. So with that in mind, I don't really care as much about the stakes in the movie. The movie has its purpose. In a way though, this film does set up some pretty cool stuff, and it is interconnected with the rest of the MCU, and it makes it very known. I like all the Easter eggs that are thrown into the film too. It makes it really cool. Like, oh, I remember that thing. Oh, I know where that's from. Oh, I know what they're referencing here. So stuff like that is great. Okay, so another part of the film I need to discuss is Captain Marvel's backstory. Captain Marvel's backstory seems a little bit all over the place, and at times it was kind of hard to follow what was actually happening. What they do in the film I think is creative. I just don't know if Captain Marvel's backstory is as well executed as it could have been. At times I found myself a little confused with what is actually going on with her backstory, and I'm like, okay, I think it's going one direction, it's not, it's something else. The film keeps you guessing with who Captain Marvel really is. In a way that's kind of good, you know, you want the film to reveal stuff as it goes on, and so I will give it that. I will give the film props that it takes an interesting approach at telling Captain Marvel's backstory. It could have been done better though. The visual representation of Captain Marvel's backstory is a little confusing, although when you do finally understand it, it's interesting, and I like it. I think Captain Marvel as a character, she has a lot to offer the MCU. This movie did a lot of cool stuff. It just wasn't all over my favorite, and that's fine. I don't need, like, every Marvel movie doesn't have to be my favorite. It's all right. It's a good movie. Could have been better though. So, Captain Marvel. I'm gonna give Captain Marvel a 3.5 out of 5. It was a decent film with decent action. I just wish there was a little more to it, if that makes sense. I think the movie is empowering in a certain way. It might not be perfect around the edges, but the film though does bring value. It's not at times cohesive, but the themes behind it are clear most of the time. All right, so yeah, again, I'm giving this movie a 3.5 out of 5. All right, that wraps this video up. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I make videos like this all the time. I love doing reviews. I love filmmaking. I love photography, all that kind of stuff. So yes, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. See you next time. Bye.